Today, we're going to be comparing the completed China space station to the International Space Station. These two space stations have a lot in common, but there are also some significant differences between them. We'll be looking at things like size, construction, components, power, crew capacity, duration of operations, research, visiting spacecraft, and cost. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the comparison of the CSS and ISS. Purpose. The primary purpose of both the CSS and ISS is to serve as a platform for space research and experimentation. However, the ISS was also designed as a symbol of international cooperation and a means to strengthen ties between participating countries. Size. The ISS is significantly larger than the CSS, with a total pressurized volume of 916 cubic meters compared to the CSS 100 cubic meters. This difference in size allows the ISS to accommodate a larger number of crew members and conduct more extensive research. Construction. The ISS was a collaborative effort between 5 space agencies: NASA, Roscosmos, JAXA, ESA, and CSA, and took more than a decade to construct. The CSS, on the other hand, was primarily built and funded by China and was completed in just over 5 years. Components. Both the CSS and ISS are made up of multiple modules that are used for various purposes, such as living quarters, laboratories, and storage. The ISS has a total of 9 modules, while the CSS has only 3. Power. The ISS is powered by solar panels that generate electricity through the use of photovoltaic cells. The CSS, on the other hand, relies on solar panels as well as fuel cells that generate electricity through the chemical reaction of hydrogen and oxygen. The ISS has a total of 8 solar arrays that generate electricity through the use of photovoltaic cells. These arrays have a total surface area of around 2,600 square meters and are capable of generating around 120 kilowatts of power. The CSS also has solar arrays, but in addition to these, it also has fuel cells that generate electricity through the chemical reaction of hydrogen and oxygen. The CSS's fuel cells have a maximum power output of around 30 kilowatts. Crew. The ISS has a maximum capacity for 6 crew members, but typically houses a crew of 4. The CSS, with its smaller size, can accommodate a maximum of 3 crew members. Both the CSS and ISS are visited by astronauts and cosmonauts from various countries, but the ISS has a more diverse crew due to the participating of multiple countries in its operations. Duration of operations. The ISS has been continuously occupied since 2000 and is expected to remain operational until at least 2030. The CSS, which was completed in 2022, is expected to have an operational lifespan of around 15 years. The ISS has undergone several upgrades and renovations during its operational lifespan to extend its lifespan and maintain its capabilities. It is likely that the CSS will also undergo upgrades and renovations during its operational lifespan to ensure its continued functionality. Research. Both the CSS and ISS have conducted a wide range of research in fields such as biology, physics, and astronomy. The ISS has a larger and more diverse research portfolio due to its larger size and the participation of multiple countries. Some notable research projects conducted on the ISS include studies on the effects of microgravity on human bone density and muscle mass, investigations into the behavior of fluids and gases in microgravity, and observations of Earth and the universe using telescopes and other instruments. The CSS has also conducted a variety of research projects, including studies on plant growth in microgravity and the production of high-quality proteins in microgravity. Visiting spacecraft. Both the ISS and CSS have welcomed a number of visiting spacecraft, including cargo ships and manned spacecraft. The ISS has received a greater number of visits due to its long period of operation. Some of the visiting spacecraft that have docked with the ISS include NASA's Space Shuttle, Russia's Soyuz spacecraft, and SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft. The CSS has also been visited by cargo ships and manned spacecraft, including China's Shenzhou spacecraft and Russia's Soyuz spacecraft. Cost. The ISS has at a significantly higher price tag than the CSS due to its larger size and the involvement of multiple countries. The total cost of the ISS is estimated to be around 150 billion US dollars, while the CSS was completed at a cost of around 8 billion US dollars. The ISS has been funded by the participating space agencies and their respective governments, while the CSS has been funded primarily by the Chinese government. So, we can say in hindsight that while both the CSS and ISS serve as platforms for space research and experimentation, they differ in size, construction, and number of participating countries. The ISS has a larger pressurized volume, has been in operation for longer, and has conducted a greater variety of research due to its large size and international cooperation. However, the CSS has a lower cost and faster construction time due to its smaller size and single country funding. Both stations have contributed significantly to our understanding of space and the universe and will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. I hope you enjoyed this comparison and learned something new about these two amazing space stations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.